Taylor Sheridan isn't just giving the Western genre a comeback, he's flipping it on its head and redefining it with his own raw, no-holds-barred style. The guy doesn't do anything halfway. Whether it's his intense, gritty storytelling or his infamous clashes with Hollywood's elite, Sheridan's journey from small-time actor to powerhouse creator is as bold and dramatic as the characters he puts on screen. From a standoff with none other than Kevin Costner to creating binge-worthy hits like Yellowstone, Sheridan's career could be a Western tale itself, filled with fierce ambition, high stakes, and more than a few dust-ups. So, how did this Texas ranch kid-turned-Hollywood maverick reshape the entire Western genre? And what's it about his all-in, no-compromise approach that sparks admiration, curiosity, and just a little bit of controversy? Today, we're saddling up to take you on a ride through Taylor Sheridan's wild Hollywood reign, from his humble cowboy roots to the empire he's building, and the dramas that followed him along the way. Before Taylor Sheridan became Hollywood's modern Western mastermind, he wasn't just acting like a cowboy, he was living it. Growing up on a Texas ranch, Sheridan worked as a ranch hand, getting first-hand experience with the rugged lifestyle that now fuels his storytelling. That lived-in authenticity is what brings his Westerns to life. But before he could shape a new era of Westerns, Sheridan was grinding in small TV roles on shows like Veronica Mars and Sons of Anarchy. And while those roles didn't launch him to fame, they lit a fire. He craved more. Frustrated by the shallow scripts he saw, Sheridan decided to take matters into his own hands and step behind the camera to tell the stories Hollywood was missing. His breakout moment came with Sicario in 2015, a heart-pounding, gritty look at the US-Mexico drug war that showed Hollywood Sheridan was a game-changer. Then came Hell or High Water in 2016, a modern-day Western that dove deep into themes of brotherhood and survival, blending classic Western grit with modern dilemmas. But Yellowstone? That's the show that put him on the map. Starring Kevin Costner, it became a cultural phenomenon, turning the Western genre into something captivating for a whole new generation. With morally complex characters and sweeping narratives, Yellowstone expanded the Western's reach and showcased Sheridan's powerful vision. And he didn't stop there. With prequels like 1883 and 1923, Sheridan has kept expanding his universe, pulling audiences even deeper into the Dutton family saga. Yet with all this success, drama was never far behind, proving that Sheridan's off-screen life can be just as intense as the stories he tells. As Taylor Sheridan's star rose, so did the backstage drama, especially with Yellowstone's leading man, Kevin Costner. What started as a powerhouse partnership soon hit the rocks as Yellowstone took off and became TV gold. Suddenly, Sheridan and Costner weren't just making a show, they were making headlines. So, what went down? It all boiled down to a classic standoff, scheduling conflicts and creative control. Costner, already a Hollywood heavyweight, wanted more freedom to pursue other projects, but Sheridan's laser-focused work ethic wasn't having it. Rumors of Costner wanting to cut back his time on set spread like wildfire, leaving fans on edge about John Dutton's fate. But Costner isn't the only one to feel the heat of Sheridan's no-nonsense approach. For some actors, working with Sheridan is like a marathon, intense, relentless, and not for the faint of heart. And while a few might struggle, others thrive under the pressure. Hollywood icons like Helen Mirren and Harrison Ford stepped up to join the Yellowstone universe in 1923, taking Sheridan's high expectations as a challenge to bring their best game. And that's what makes Sheridan such a maverick. He's unafraid to push even the biggest stars to the limit. His fierce commitment to his vision might ruffle a few feathers, but it's also what gives his stories their raw, electric energy. He's not just here to make shows, he's here to make an impact, and if that means sparking a little controversy along the way, so be it. If you're loving this deep dive into the wild world of Taylor Sheridan, don't forget to give that subscribe button a click and ring the bell. With Yellowstone's massive success, Taylor Sheridan could have just kicked back and enjoyed the view. But instead, he shifted into high gear, building out his Sheridan-verse like he was just getting started. Why settle for one smash hit when you can have an entire lineup of gritty, high-stakes sagas? Sheridan followed up with 1883 and 1923, prequels that dive into the legendary Dutton family's roots. And these aren't just spin-offs. They're epic, multi-layered stories that pulled in Hollywood icons ready to bring their A-game to the wild frontier. And then there's Mayor of Kingstown, with Jeremy Renner taking on corruption in a tough Michigan town. Throw in Tulsa King, where Sheridan explores the world of crime drama, and it's clear this guy doesn't believe in sticking to one genre. Every new show has its own twist, but they all echo his favorite themes: loyalty, ambition, and the razor-thin line between right and wrong. With each project, Sheridan's proving he's no one-trick pony. He's taken his gritty, character-driven storytelling style and stretched it into a universe where no two stories are the same, but everyone keeps audiences on the edge of their seats. Controversy might be riding shotgun with Taylor Sheridan, but nothing's slowing this cowboy down. His latest project, Landman, already has folks buzzing with anticipation. Sheridan's taking us from the open plains to the oil fields of Texas, swapping cowboy hats for hard hats. But don't think for a second he's left the grit behind. Starring the no-nonsense Billy Bob Thornton, Landman dives into the high-stakes world of oil tycoons, roughnecks, and power plays, where fortunes are made and lost in a flash. It's classic Sheridan, raw, intense, and fueled by ambition's darker side. What makes Landman such a standout? It may be breaking from the Western landscape, but Sheridan's knack for exploring loyalty, survival, and the messy human side of ambition keeps it feeling like a natural extension of his world. With Thornton in the lead, you can bet it'll be packed with those layered, gritty characters we can't get enough of. And let's not forget, Landman isn't the only iron in Sheridan's fire. All of this just proves he's more than a Western guy. He's a genre-blending storyteller with a knack for hooking audiences in any setting. So, with Landman on the horizon and his storytelling empire only growing, Sheridan's not just reshaping Westerns, he's redefining modern television itself. Whether it's on ranches, prison blocks, or oil rigs, if it's a Taylor Sheridan project, you know you're in for a story that's as intense as it is unforgettable. So here we are, rounding up Taylor Sheridan's journey, and one thing's clear. He didn't just revive the Western. He dragged it into the 21st century, dusted it off, and made it cooler than ever. His stories might be set in the American West, but they're packed with universal themes of loyalty, survival, power, and those tough choices that blur the lines between right and wrong. Sheridan didn't just tip his hat to the Western, he built an entire universe out of it. With Yellowstone, 1883 and 1923, he's bridged history and modern struggles, weaving epic tales of family legacies and moral battles that keep audiences hooked season after season. It's a sprawling Sheridan-verse that connects the past with today in a way that's as grand as it is gripping. But here's the kicker. Sheridan's reach doesn't end with Westerns. With hits like Mayor of Kingstown and the upcoming Landman, he's proving he can deliver powerful stories anywhere, whether it's in corrupt small towns or the volatile oil fields. His authenticity, grounded in his own cowboy roots, gives his work that raw edge. He's not just crafting stories, he's preserving a way of life, showing us what it means to survive when the stakes are sky high. Of course, this rise hasn't been without its dust-ups. From his feud with Costner to his demanding on-set reputation, Sheridan's ruffled more than a few Hollywood feathers. But his commitment to authentic, hard-hitting storytelling never wavers. And that's why his legacy is just getting started. As long as there are stories about grit, loyalty, and survival, Taylor Sheridan will be there, blazing trails and making sure Hollywood doesn't forget what a good story looks like. And there you have it. The legend of Taylor Sheridan, Hollywood's modern-day cowboy and storytelling maverick. From Yellowstone to Landman, he hasn't just dusted off the Western. He's breathed new life into it, giving us unforgettable characters and stories that hit you right in the gut. Whether he's out on the plains or diving into the oil fields, Sheridan's work has changed how we experience film and TV. Gritty, powerful, and packed with that raw authenticity only he can bring. Love him or loathe his intense style, there's no denying it. Sheridan's blazing a trail through Hollywood, and we're all just trying to keep up. So what do you think? Is Taylor Sheridan the new sheriff in town, or is he just carrying on an old tradition in his own way? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And hey, if you're as hooked as we are on these deep dives, Hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss a beat. Until next time, keep your boots dusty, your spirits high, and remember, Hollywood's got a new king of the West.